Welcome to your inspirational astrology horoscope for Thursday, October 25th, 2012. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, the Sun and Saturn are still in a conjunction today. So this is one of the last days of us truly becoming aware of the seriousness, the planning in our life. It is okay for you to take things seriously. And today the moon lets off this spot, so there's not so much escape. Today is truly us getting serious. Where can we make the plans to receive more in our life and really go deep down and search for this real truth in our life? What are we wanting to commit to? What are our truest desires out there? This isn't a time of the handshakes anymore and the smiles. This is what do you truly desire underneath, the stuff that you might not typically expose to people. And we have to go deep down in ourselves and take a serious look at that. Now the moon's still in Pisces today, so there is this emotional place of wanting to escape, yet it is not connected to the spot like it was yesterday. So I gotta be real with you. Literally, I gotta be real with you. Today is the day where you become the most real. Today is the day where you take things more seriously. Now our emotions are kind of going through a little battle here. That's because the moon's still in Pisces, but it is starting to square Jupiter. And this is where a lot of the issues are in our life. I gotta say, number one is there's been so much information we have gathered in the last 4 months. Our minds have been exploded. We are really tapping into our attitude, really tapping into our thought processes, what we say and so forth. But with this moon here tapping into this place, there can be this sense of really questioning our intuition, having our mind processing so much. It's like we are drinking gallons and gallons of information, and our emotions really want to feel and go with the flow and touch into our spiritual self. Yet there is so much in the head going. I also got to say that Mercury is starting to dead conjunct this North Node in Scorpio, which is us truly going for our desires. This is where the universe wants us to go. Change, change, change. Transform. Go deep. Go with what you truly want. No more BS in your life. Take it seriously. I got to say, let's say your job, your partnerships, even your parents. You know what? We're done shaking hands and doing things, you know what, unless we truly want to do them. And you got to take this super seriously and not let your head get in the way. Yes, there's the positive in all this head stuff is we are gathering new information to step into a new belief. That's where you come into freedom. It is when you look back at your old beliefs, you tap into this mind stuff and you get lost there and you don't follow what your gut says. You don't follow what your intuition says. You don't follow what your soul says. This is about your soul getting what it truly desires. This is about the changes you make here in this reality that lets you connect to your soul more than ever. This is a very weird and dark, intense period in our lives, and this is where we must go deep, like I said. And most importantly, Mercury is starting to, well, number one, it's getting ready to slow down, and number two, it's starting to square Neptune. This is more the mind stuff. And also, you know what? We have Venus and Virgo, more of the mind stuff. Everywhere around the chart that you see, in every part of your life right now, you have to see that the truth is deep down. The truth is that you can feel warm by getting your head in the right place, by working on alignment with your soul, not questioning it, not getting too overdone with all this information that you have in your life, and making sure you have a great attitude, but making sure that your spiritual mind is aligned with your soul. Not your analytical mind, which is trying to fix everything in your reality right now. It's trying to find out every little way. Well, if I make this move and if I do this. The truth is, go into your gut. Go into deep of yourself. What do you truly want? Not what your mind wants, not what you think. The best thing I always do is when I have clients or when I'm on readings or even when I'm on the street, really listen to people. Do they think when they say? You'll typically hear people go, well, I think that, da-da-da-da. Or even I watch astrologers here on these horoscopes. Let me think. I need to think. The truth is, it is not about thinking anymore. It is just about flowing, letting it flow, letting it go, saying something that you might not used to say, really tapping into an emotional state that you are not used to really going with. Tapping into the truth, tapping into what you don't expose. That's where all the work is. This is where the sun is. This is why we are starting to see secrets exposed in the press, secrets exposed in our relationships, emotions coming out that you're typically not feeling and you don't want people to see or hear. And the truth is, That is where the power is. The power is in the change of you going deep. The power of what boundaries you have up in your life. How can you receive in your life? By going for what you desire, by doing what your truest dream is, but it is of the deepest desires. It might even be desires that people typically wouldn't like, or maybe your family wouldn't like, or your partner wouldn't like, or maybe your boss. We got to do what we truly want. And that can be really weird things. Believe me, people thought I was crazy by doing these horoscopes every day. And this is before that energy really came in. But you know what? I'm happy where I'm at because I know this is my truth. But the truth is that people are stepping into this place and they're not in their truth. They're not in what they truly desire. They're not in what they did too many handshakes. They did too many compliances. They got too many rings on that they didn't really want to be in. It's a crazy time. And today, there's not much escape like there was yesterday. Today, it's the cold, hard facts of the reality that you must do what you truly want to do. And it's easier if you start now, because 2 years from now, it gets more and more intense, more and more complicated. This is the simple time where it's like, boom, yes, no, do this, go with my heart, do what I truly want. This is what I truly desire. Check out my website, david-palmer.com. I've got my sale still going on this week for a 1-hour reading, and I have my Back to the Root MP3s at my store. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.